Hey up everyone, hope we're all doing well. Justin Gaethje has said that he will retire if he doesn't get a title shot next. But just before we get into it, guys, if you want to keep up to date with UFC news, make sure to drop a sub, as I'm always keeping you guys up to date within the UFC and I'm posting daily videos. But anyways, let's get straight on into it. So here we have it. Ali Abdelaziz was in an interview and he said, Justin Gaethje said, if I'm not going to fight for the title, I'm just going to hang up my gloves. I love UFC, but I feel like the UFC has to love me back. I'm sorry, what? How has the UFC not loved you back? You were a big feature at UFC 300. They've given you so many performance of the night bonuses. They've given you big fight after big fight after big fight. That big fight against Dustin Poirier in a rematch for the BMF title, headlining a pay-per-view. How have you... What is this? You don't deserve a title shot. And I know this is going to be used. And hang on, just before actually, I know a lot of people are going to say that Ali's chatting bollocks, and this more than likely is a negotiation tactic. But if you remember like a month ago, maybe a few weeks back, John Anik said that he was playing golf with Justin Gaethje, and apparently Justin Gaethje was fucking livid that he had been passed up for a title shot at UFC 317 because he made Ilya and Charles. So it wouldn't surprise me. We've got Karen Gaethje right now, not Justin Gaethje, who we all know and love. We've got Karen Gaethje to deal with. And yeah, he's being a very dramatic guy right now. I'm going to retire if I don't get what I want. I'm sorry, Justin, but we all love you, but you don't deserve a title shot. Like, we look at who he's fought. Oh, that's right, he beat Fiziev. A nice win to have, don't get me wrong. A fun fight it was. You beat Fiziev on short notice. That's brilliant, but Fiziev was just outside the top 10, I believe, or lingering around the top 10. What happened before that fight, Justin? You got knocked out at the grandest stage of them all at UFC 300. And again, I like it. It seems like I'm being a prick, but I'm not trying to be a prick. But you're being delusional. You're saying you're going to retire if you don't get a title shot. That's not how things work. I've seen someone try and defend it. Oh, well, for what he's done for the company, he should feel like he deserves a title shot. He wants a title shot. Yeah, no shit, mate. Everyone wants a title shot. That's like the end objective. And then once you get the title, you try and defend it as many times as possible. Anyone could use that argument that they want the title shot. Every fucker does. And the fact that, oh, his legacy and this, that, and the other. Yeah, but at the same time, you've got to go off recent form. That's how it works. You know? You had a better argument when you beat Fiziev back when he was on a nice winning streak. And you beat Poirier. But unfortunately for you, at that time, Islam was matched up against Charles Oliveira in a rematch. And then Volk had to step in on short notice. And then after that, you decided to take a fight against Max Holloway. So it swings and roundabouts. You can't moan that you're going to retire and if you don't get a title shot and all. No, fight Paddy. Fight Paddy. That's an interesting fight. And if you beat Paddy, fair enough, you get a title shot. That's such an interesting fight. I don't like it how Justin Gaethje possibly is going to end his career by just moaning, bitching that he's not getting a title shot. No, because you have to earn it. Yes, your legacy is great. You got some fucking massive wins. That head kick over Poirier was brilliant. But something what happened almost 2 years ago doesn't warrant you a title shot. Yes, well done, you beat Fiziev. Even if you had beat Dan Hooker, you were scheduled to fight, I would still say no, you don't deserve a title shot. And I'm just hoping the UFC don't shit the bed and say, oh, Gaethje's going to retire. We're going to have to give him a title shot. No, don't give it to him. I'd say Arman Sarukian's more deserving. Yeah, I know he shit the bed with the whole injury or whether he couldn't cut weight and all this, that, and the other. But at least he has a win over Charles. At least he's on a win streak. At least he's got some momentum going for him. You know, you can't say the same for Justin. He has one win, so that's a bit of momentum. But before that, he lost and he got knocked out. And it wasn't, you know, he had one round where he really won against Max Holloway. It wasn't like an even fight, what could have gone either way, and then he got knocked out. Max Holloway was winning that fight quite easily to score. Fight Paddy, we look at the rankings. Justin Gaethje 3rd. Paddy 8th, but he should be above Gamrot in my opinion. Should be above Dan Hooker in my opinion. Paddy should fight Justin. And if you say, oh no, he shouldn't be fighting Paddy. Okay then, because of the rankings or whatever. Fight Arman. Arman Sarukian, Justin Gaethje, #1 contender fight. That makes a lot of sense. But just getting a win off fucking Fiziev, who's 11th, who was coming off like, what, a 2-year hiatus because of an injury. who you already beat? No. And he was coming off 2 losses. It doesn't work like that. I like Justin Gaethje. I don't want it to seem like I'm slating him. I think every single MMA fan likes Justin Gaethje, but when he starts doing all this, oh, moaning about this and that, it just doesn't make sense. That's not how it works. You need to fight. You need to fight, get another win, and I'm completely fine with you getting a title shot. And you know what? I think it's a fun fight if you have a rematch with Charles. I think it's a fun fight if you have a fight with Ilia Topuria. But it's got to make sense. It needs to make sense, and right now it doesn't make sense. And threatening that you're going to retire is just fucking daft. It just doesn't look good for him at all, really, I'll be honest. And if he does retire, if that's how he decides to retire, what a horrible way to go out. It'll be such a shame for such a great career that he hangs up his gloves in that way, in that style. But what do you guys make of this? Do you think Justin Gaethje deserves a title shot? Do you disagree? Do you think he doesn't? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.